12, 2000, and as we all know, an important election has just been decided. The candidates, Bush and Gore, were neck and neck, and then, with a shocking turnout, George Bush won the election. We all know the scandal of how Bush received 543 fewer popular votes, but still managed to get the electoral vote. But what was covered from the public, however, was this secret interaction following the election. Check it out.
You are such a disgrace to our democracy and our nation. I won 543 votes. Popular vote? I should have been in the White House. Why the heck are you in the White House? The people voted for me. You lost.
But I have more electoral votes than you. I took the swing states. I took the election. The framers of the Constitution.
The people wanted me. The realistic people of society.
The people don't have enough of a well-informed decision to decide. That is
the
why the Constitution...
The educators, the lawyers,
that is why we have
saving
the
your
electors.
kids. That's ridiculous. 543 votes I would have gotten. 543 votes.
If it was the way that you saw it.
It should be the way that I saw it.
Hold on, Al. Just please wait 1 second.
Okay, George.
If it was the way that you saw it, then the excesses of democracy would destroy this nation.
Okay. Real people are going to destroy this nation. You don't trust the people you're going to be working for, your constituents. You're not going to give them faith. You have to have a little popular electoral college that's such supreme to the natural society of the world.
You know what you are? You're a disgrace to our Constitution.
Way to take my line!
Okay, well, as we can see, there are definitely some flaws to the winner-take-all system. Because the winner-take-all system is contained within our Constitution's electoral college, the winner-take-all system is a legislative power held over the executive branch. In addition, author Stephen Hill coined the phrase orphan voters. Orphan voters grow exhausted of voting in election after election and not having their vote mean anything, and thus they begin to lose interest in the so-called democratic system and stop voting altogether. This isn't even including the crazy impact on swing states. There are about 9 states which do not have a set pattern in the way they lean in each election, and thus they are open to persuasion. Candidates place a really heavy impact when campaigning on these swing states. However, even though these systems are in our Constitution, Senate Majority Leader Shinto is trying to gain movement on proposing an amendment to change it. Let's take a look.
In order to reform our flawed winner-take-all system, states must create contracts with one another. If enough states sign a contract that will hold over 270 electoral votes, which is enough to elect the next president, then whichever candidate wins the popular vote must sign a contract that deals with the amount of electoral votes that are received. Many other countries gave up on the winner-take-all system long ago, such as Brazil, Germany, Denmark, Japan, and Spain. Instead, they use proportional voting. Our flawed system must be reformed.
Senate Majority Leader Shinto has proposed the idea of a state contract system in which many states agree that they are going to form an alliance, and whichever candidate in a presidential election gets the most popular votes, they will allocate all their electoral votes in that direction. However, there are so many flaws within that system. I speak as an elector of the state of Ohio, which is one of the biggest swing states in the United States of America. And there are 2 flaws with this state contract theory that I see to be most prevalent. First of all, this state contract theory eliminates the idea of a third-party candidate winning the presidential election. And secondly, there's a second challenge to what Senator Shinto has proposed. This idea also eliminates the electoral influence, and I say this as an elector of Ohio. My role as a delegate voting on behalf of the people with representational voting is essentially deemed negligible or trivial because the popular vote will decide the election. It's as if I no longer have a job. I no longer have the right to vote as a delegate and represent the constituents of my state. Instead, whatever it is that they decide to vote for, I will have to support by giving my electoral votes to that candidate.
As as we have just seen, there are two real problems with the proposal by Senator Shinto. In order to make sure that third parties do not become irrelevant, congressmen and lobbyists should advocate for a change in campaign finance laws so that it is easier for third parties to gain influence and followers. And with respect to the diminishing role of the delegates under this method, we could simply alter the delegate role, thus still giving the delegates an important role, but also allowing more contribution from the people. While these changes may be difficult, with the help of lobbyists and congressmen and concerned voters, we can make a change for the 2004 election. That's all the time we have for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you and good night.